Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today's Skyrim mod video on PS4, I wanted to bring you an update to a video that I uploaded yesterday concerning the use of external asset mods that are currently available on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, this being a violation of the TOS or Terms of Service that was agreed upon between Bethesda and Sony that allow mods for Skyrim on the PlayStation consoles. How this affects us as the end user, as commented by mod author BVariaV, as well as pointed out by a viewer, MF Sports. I wanted to also share with you a couple of comments that were left to me, not on my channel, but on the channel, the Stoners Roundtable podcast that originally covered these external asset mods by the mod author that ported them, KigoPorts PSN, and their take on the use of external assets on PlayStation and porting these mods over. I'll also be sharing with you some of my own views and opinions as to whether or not you should even try these mods or install them at all, near the end of the video. With that said, let's take a look at the comments. I knew I wasn't going to get away with that. So regarding the violation of the terms and service in using these mods and what it means for us as the end user, mod author BVariaV in part commented, Sony's restriction on external asset is an agreement with Bethesda, not on the end user. You are covered by the divine big other. You're free to do as you wish, enjoy. He goes on to say that the only danger for a user who is using a mod with external assets is that the mod may not be available long term if it's a staple of your load order. Every time something like this happens, a good number of us reach out to Bethesda and ask for the playing field to be leveled, which means either let us break Sony's rules or enforce them better. Don't create a two-tiered author system, especially with paid mods being so unpopular. And in my video yesterday, I made the statement that perhaps KigoPorts PSN did not realize that they were violating the terms of service by uploading external assets to PlayStation, in which mod author BVariaV in part commented, "Oh, and I have to correct you. If they were a new mod author, there is no way they'd be able to pull this off without deliberately trying to break the rules. Absolutely no way. The creation kit will stop you from uploading anything that isn't a part of the base game archive without some shenanigans." And you'll come to find that he was 100% correct in this. It was deliberate, as KigoPorts PSN pointed out themselves to me in the comments that they left me later on James Emerson's channel. Also, it should be stated that BVariaV was in touch with admin, and admin's official statement on the matter is no one has been given permission to upload art assets to PlayStation. That is the official statement from admin. And on the YouTube channel, the Stoners Roundtable podcast that originally covered these mods, I was speaking with mod author RLCoolJ in a comment that he left back and forth about this and other external asset mods, and I got a message from KigoPorts which stated, "Any mod sent by that account use external assets. I was going to send an armor expansion too, also mods like Wildcat for combat, Ordinator for perks, Somerset Mist, etc. Now I won't anymore, since I have modders mad at me because I know something they don't know." And to KigoPorts' comment that was left for me in that thread, I replied, "They aren't mad at you. They want everyone, or no one, not just some, to have the right to upload external assets to PlayStation, which is only right and fair. As it is, no one has permission to upload external assets to PlayStation because it's against the TOS." And I got one final reply from KigoPorts that I did not reply back to that stated, "The world of modding is this. You know that only one guy know how to port Nemesis and DAR mods to Xbox. So about the PlayStation, I've searched a lot for how to send external assets, and yes, there's a video on YouTube teaching how to send it, but people fear it since it's against the rules. It's obvious. I don't want to share because Sony can intervene, something like only allowing verified authors to send mods. I'm avoiding that, sending only a few good mods to a better gameplay. Also, to let it be clear, still impossible to send textures. That's why those two were there. They use vanilla textures. Another comment that I wanted to go over because I felt that it is important to us as the end user in whether you choose to use external asset mods or not, because eventually they will be removed. They have been before and they will be again, is this viewer had asked, now if you download them and they get removed, can you still use the mod? Originally, I replied to this because I didn't see that there were other replies, and I stated that you could because that was my experience. I eventually deleted that, though, because I was sending conflicting information to this viewer, and I felt it was better to go by what a actual mod author said, in which case BVariaV stated, no, when any mod gets removed from the store and you have it in your load order, the game will not allow you to have it active anymore if it cannot find it on the store. It's Bethesda's safeguard against people creating nesting load orders or uploading mods that have ESRB violating content. And so again, I didn't have that experience. I had a couple of mods, one by BVariaV that he did eventually add back, but while it was gone and this other one was gone, I still had access to it. But that could have just been some odd glitch in the system. That could have been because I didn't meet this criteria because they weren't external asset mods. I don't know. In any case, I figure, you know, a mod author knows a hell of a lot more than I do, so it's best to go by what that says. And so this is something that you got to take into consideration, is if you have a external asset mod and it's removed, how might that affect your playthrough, your progress, and could that cause you to lose it all? So this is something that I think is very important for you as the end user to keep in mind if you're going to use these mods or not. And that is some of the comments I wanted to go over, because people that have seen the video may not have seen the comments. Comments get added, you know, over time, and I just wanted to try to give you some more up-to-date information with some of the stuff that was discussed in that video. Now, though, I do want to go over and share some of my own thoughts and opinions with things, including one thing that was a comment that was made by KigoPorts, not to me, but to the content creator of that channel, James Emerson, that honestly, it pissed me off that it came from a mod author and tells me exactly why he feels that he can break the terms of service and it's no big deal. Now, I will say that KigoPorts, you know, I respect his right to his opinion. I sure as hell don't agree with it, but he has the right to his opinion the same as I do mine. But it coming from a mod author, I feel it's an attack on my community, the PlayStation community, and honestly, it pissed me off. So I don't remember the exact comment because I'm going to add this other stuff in post, but from what I recall, he made a comment to James Emerson that he said something along the lines that he didn't want to say it, but that if you really like Skyrim, you don't buy a PlayStation. That comment, again, he's entitled to his opinion, but coming from a mod author, honestly, it really pisses me off, and it tells me how he holds our community, the PlayStation community. I've heard this shit before from people that want to put us down and, oh, you don't play Skyrim on the PlayStation, play it on an Xbox, play it on a PC. And I'm not saying anything against the Xbox or the PC community. If that is your preferred platform, all the power to you. This is mine. This is the majority of my viewers that watch this channel because I'm a PlayStation channel. And yes, we have stupid-ass restrictions imposed by Sony that I wish weren't there either. There are mods like Relationship Dialogue Overhaul I'd love to have over here that we can't because of the external asset rule. But when somebody that especially is a fucking mod author, now he may not be a PlayStation mod author, but he's porting stuff over here for PlayStation users, and he's got this kind of attitude about it, that tells me exactly why he doesn't care that he's breaking and violating the terms of service. Anybody that's doing that and knows what they're doing knows these mods will eventually be found and taken down. Popular mods like the FOV mod and the FPS mod, because I do want to make it clear, those broke terms of service as well. That's why they stopped functioning. That's why they no longer worked. That's why they are quote-unquote broke. So, in KigoPort's defense, he's not the first one to violate the terms of service. You know, far from it. But any mod author that chooses to do that, they know that the content is going to be removed, and they know that can affect us as the end user, because sometimes you remove a mod, you don't get any issues. Other times, James Emerson, I've watched his channel many times, and I know he's had to restart his playthrough over and over and over because of uninstalling mods, having issues with them that have corrupted all his stuff. And to some people it might be like, so what? Start a new game, right? But to other people, they put a hell of a lot in that playthrough. I have to be honest, my character, who is my original character I've had all these years, my original playthrough, if I installed a mod because I didn't know any better, like a lot of newer viewers might not, for these external asset mods that they know are going to be removed and could corrupt every fucking thing that you had, and I lost this character that I've had all this time, I'd be pissed. That is something, you know, that at least you need to be aware of. Should be fucking said in the mod description that this mod contains external assets and could be removed at any time. Use with caution. Something along those lines. Let you, the user, know, so where you can make an informed decision. You know what you're risking. That is the point of these videos, because I want you to be informed. Neither myself, Be Very Ave, RL Cool J, Cyan49, any of the mod authors are trying to stop external asset mods from being here or being removed. We want them here too, but we want it to be fair for everybody. Everybody should have the right of the mod authors in our community, our collective community, to be able to have the use of external assets, or not at all. Not just some that feel that they're better than everybody else, and that the terms of service don't apply to them, because while, again, it is stupid, it's Sony's bullshit, without it, we wouldn't have mods at all. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again for anybody that always attacks our platform, our mods, and our mod authors. I highly respect our mod authors, that even with the restrictions set in place, that they're able to create the amazing content that they do. They don't get nothing for this. Hell, half the time I doubt they even get a fucking thanks for it. They don't have to make this stuff for us, but they do. I highly respect them for that. And the majority of them also respect us as the end user, because they follow, even if they don't agree with, they follow the terms of service. They make certain that if the mod is there, that it's getting support, that's going to be there. And while of course there will always be issues with mods, because that's the way it is, that's the way Skyrim is, it's so much better chance that you're going to have a good experience with it than versus a mod being uploaded that you know it's only a matter of time and it will be removed. And it's hard to say, with the way that this game breaks constantly, how that's going to affect you in your playthrough, and how important that character is, how much time that you spent on it, that you've put into it is. That is why my personal opinion is, don't install any of these asset mods, these external asset mods, if you know for a fact that they are. If you do, know what you're risking. But otherwise, people say like, all these mods he was talking about he's going to bring over and now he's not going to. We could have had them for a while. What is the point in having them for a while, breaking your shit, if you really like it, and then you miss out on it and you lose it? It'd be great for them to be brought over, and brought over permanently. But unfortunately, that is up to Sony to lighten up. And honestly, that's not going to happen. That's the way Sony is. In any case, I've rambled on long enough. I wanted to give some information, share some of my own views and opinions. I want to give a thank you to Be Very Ave, RL Cool J, Cyan49, also MF Sports, because he has been in the comment section quite a lot. And just going over this with the community, so that the community knows everything that's up and they can make an informed decision and what is best for their game. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.